Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever. And here we have as a guest Noah Dettwiler from Moto Free World Championship. Hello, Noah.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
How are you doing? All good?
Yes, very good. And yourself?
Yeah, doing well, thanks. But tell me, you just started your first full season in the World Championship. 2024 sees your debut, full time, like in Moto Free class of the MotoGP paddock, and you had your first GP already in Qatar. Tell me, how do you feel about it? Are you satisfied with the weekend?
Yeah, we actually just got home 2 days ago from Qatar, and yeah, it's been a weekend with a lot of learnings. Still, we need to understand a lot of things about the bike, about the tire, about the championship itself. But I think we're doing a good job with the team. We're on the right way. Still, I need to. It's very fast class, of course. They're really quick, but we're on the right way in getting there. Qatar was a lot about seeing where we are because before the season it's difficult to say a position. So we were really focusing on ourselves, seeing where we are, and now it's we finished. And now was the important part. We got a lot of information, and now in the next race it's time to start working from there where we started now in Qatar.
Yeah, you finished in 17th position, right?
Yes.
17th position in Qatar, yeah, which is not a bad result considering, yeah, that it was your third race in the World Championship, right?
Yes.
Because you had two
Yes.
white cards
Exactly.
last year. We will
Exactly.
talk about them. So it's not bad. It's not bad considering that you also put behind some riders who had more GPs
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah, of course. But we're also now in the next race, our focus will not be on the position. It will more be to reduce the gap to the fastest riders. So our focus will really be on this, and from this, step by step, getting better from race to race.
Yeah. So this is your goal for this season.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, of
and
course. So sooner or later, we would like to arrive in the points and be stay there consistent. But we have to take one step after the other.
yeah, and there will be also during the year plenty of circuits that you don't know because, okay, you know most of the European and circuits because of your experiences in Junior GP and Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup, but most of the overseas GPs, apart from Indonesia, where you raced last year, will be totally new for you. Which circuit are you more eager to explore and to see for the first time?
Well, I think Australia looks really nice because last year I traveled there, just in case because in Indonesia I replaced one rider, and then I also went to Australia just in case the rider will not be fit. So at the end I didn't race, but I still saw the track and saw everything, and the track looks amazing. And apart from this, I think all the overseas will be really special because you're so far away from home. You are basically traveling to the other side of the world just to do a race, and this I think is an amazing feeling. And but I think I would say Australia.
And tell me, how does it feel to represent your country, Switzerland?
Yeah, good. It's been a while since there has been a Swiss rider after Tom Luthi, and I hope now in the future there is more riders coming, so we there is more Swiss riders again, like back in the days. But yeah, it's of course a little bit sad that there is not more Swiss riders, but it's quite difficult from Switzerland. For example, myself, I'm living in Spain, in Valencia, and because from Switzerland we have no circuits, we have bad weather mostly, so it's not that easy from Switzerland. So and it's a quite big sacrifice you have to make. For example, I live here in Valencia. My family is living in Switzerland, all for example for the racing, for the training.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, in Spain, of course, it's you have more opportunities to train, and also you can do it during longer time of the year because winter is not so cold in
Yeah.
Spain. So yeah, it's
Yes.
have more opportunities. So you could it could improve further your preparation ahead of your first season in a World Championship. But no, not tell me now. Uh, you've been able to make this step to World Championship with Team CIP Green Power that also made this interview possible. So thank you, and thanks to your team also. But how did you get in touch also first to replace David Salvador in Indonesia. And then also, how was it possible? What made possible also your deal to race in World Championship this year, 2024?
Yeah, of course, we were searching a team or searching some opportunity to get in the World Championship for this season. So in Austria, I had a wild card, which was, I think, very important because we did a quite good job there in the race and all over the weekend. So this weekend was for sure like to show like to let how do you say, to introduce me to that I am there, you know. So this GP helped for sure, because they saw me, and at the end, my manager who thought or found the best cooperation, the best thing was with the CIP, Green Power, and yeah, I'm was really glad about this, and then it was also nice when I could go to Indonesia to replace David Salvador. It was great to get in touch with the team, and yeah, this was for sure a great opportunity.
Yeah, okay. So it was the best opportunity for you, and you got it, and you made the step to Moto3 WC, like in the inside the MotoGP paddock, a paddock that you already knew before, and we will talk about your experience also in the Red Bull Rookies Cup. But now, you mentioned before Tom Luthi, and I think he plays quite important role also for you, right? Tell
Yes.
more about it.
So the last 2 seasons, he has been my manager.
Hmm.
Now that we are going into World Championship, he takes over. He's not my manager anymore. He takes over the sportive part. So he's like a kind of a coach for me. He's there on the race weekend, supporting me. You know, going on the track, seeing the stuff, and then comes back in the box and is involved a lot with the team. For sure. And yeah, he gave the management to my new manager, to David Krieg, that is already been working with Tom also many years. So it's all known people. But yeah, Tom for sure plays a really important role in my career, because without him, or especially also without David, without these both, it would have not been possible to be here now.
And how does it feel for you to have such an important coach? Because we shouldn't forget that Tom Luthi was also world champion in 2005. Okay, 2005, he was 125cc world champion.
Yeah, it's great to have such an experienced rider, you know, because he sees many things that you don't feel or you don't see. For example, when he goes on the circuit, and you know, it's not just about the riding; it's just about everything apart from racing as well. You know, like with this media stuff and such, where he's helping me to focus. And yeah, it's great to have such an experienced guy next to me.
Yeah, it's very important, especially for you, since you're having your first experiences on the world stage, where the game gets very serious,
Yeah.
Lots of and how did you live also these first races, like in terms of pressure and yeah, all the components that can be involved in racing at such a high level?
For sure, pressure there is always, but I think every rider or makes the most pressure you make yourself, because you want to do well. But yeah, for sure. But I think pressure in the sport is absolutely normal. You have to deal with it, because I don't know. It's in every sport you have some sort of pressure, you know. So I think it's absolutely normal. But of course, now as being the only Swiss rider and stuff like this, you feel the pressure. But I don't know. It's a good feeling, you know. It's not like it's how you say, it molests or something. It's a good feeling having this.
Yeah, it's good feeling, and hopefully you'll be able in the next races to make the steps that you want to make and to score points, as you mentioned before, which will be already good for your rookie season. Now, Noah, I would like to make a step back to the beginning of your career, because actually you don't have so much experience in road racing. You just started somewhere else, let's say motorcycle racing, another type, let's say, of motorcycle racing on a different type of bikes also.
Exactly.
Could you tell more about how your passion for racing started, and about also your first season as a rider?
Yeah, my passion about racing started when I was, I don't know, maybe 4, 5 years old. my dad, you always on Sundays used to watch the races at home, and then for sure you got involved quite quickly. And then close to our house, there was a motocross track in Switzerland where they used to do races. And so my dad sometimes brought me there, and like this, the passion started a bit, and you could try like these small bikes there to rent. And that's what we did. My dad rent me one bike, and I wasn't basically watching any racing. I was just riding by myself all day. And then some weeks later, I got the surprise of one of these little bikes, and this is how it started.
That's how it started, and then you started also racing
Exactly.
yourself
Yeah.
and having
In
your first season.
2012 was my first season with 7 years old. I started racing with Supermoto in Switzerland, which is Supermoto is with like motocross bikes, but with slick tires. So we ride 80% on the asphalt and 20% in the off-road with jumps. And which was basically the only, this or motocross was the only thing possible from Switzerland.
What's that?
So
What's that thing? That came. I don't know if
I
you
don't
saw it.
know, no clue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw some small cloud with a thumb up that came
No clue.
from my head. I don't know. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and then I raced in Switzerland, Supermoto until 2017, and then in 2018, I made the switch to road racing.
And then switch to road racing. And what led you to such a change? Yeah, from supermoto to road racing.
Well, in 2017, or especially all the other years, I was quite small. Um, and then on the asphalt, I was always very fast. But then in the off road with the jumps and everything, I was struggling more. So I say, maybe I need to change something. And then I tried out one road bike in 2017, and I said, I think this is it. So and then I said I will finish this year supermoto, and then I want to make the switch to road racing.
And that's what you did, and you lived your first races in Spain, but also in Italy. And now,
Yeah,
Noah,
exactly.
puoi parlare un po', ecco, delle gare che hai fatto in Italia, nel CIV per Moto3? Dai, testiamo il tuo italiano anche.
Sì, ho fatto un wild card in 2017 in Italia, in Mugello e in Misano. E in Mugello ho fatto una bella gara perché pioveva e non mai girato in pioggia. E allora ho fatto, non mi ricordo, decimo, undicesimo. E da lì abbiamo detto questo è meglio per me che Supermoto. Allora per 2018 abbiamo cambiato alla strada abbiamo fatto come si chiamava? Premoto 3 qua in Spagna, e così ha iniziato tutto.
Eh sì, però è iniziato con quel 10° posto che tra l'altro non è neanche arrivato, cioè tu non partivi davanti, anzi,
No?
no? Eri, eri un po'
Sì, sì, sì,
indietro.
sì.
Così. Cos'era successo?
Ho mai girato in acqua con una moto di strada, ma già in supermoto sempre andava forte quando pioveva, allora sono partito quasi ultimo e ho finito decimo
Perché eri
perché...
partito ultimo? Hai avuto un problema?
No, no, perché andavo lento nella qualifica sicuro.
Per quello, ok. Ok. E però dopo sulla pioggia ti sei trasformato e sei arrivato fino al
Sì,
10°
sì,
posto. Beh, un bel modo di
sì,
cominciare,
sì,
no?
sì,
Okay, we can move back to English if you want. And also, you're pretty fluent in English, I have to say. Much better than other young riders who are in the World Championship. Yeah,
thank you.
very good job. Very good job. And your Italian is also good. But no, then what about 2018 season? You were racing in Spain. Yeah, and then
Yes.
you also moved to CEV, which is now Junior GP. Can you tell more about those seasons? Yeah, from 2018 onwards.
Yeah, exactly. In 2018, I raced with private team with some mechanics in the Spanish Championship, Premoto 3. And then at the end of the season, I could go to the Red Bull Rookies Cup selections, which was quite amazing for me because I mean it was my first year of road racing, and I went there without any expectations because I think it's the first year. I'm very young. They will not take me for sure. And then I got through the final day, and then eventually I got picked out for the Red Bull Rookies Cup in 2019, which I was like over the moon. It was incredible because the season wasn't even finished of Premoto 3. So I got into Red Bull Rookies Cup without even racing one entire year in road racing. which was crazy because I got in with like Pedro Acosta, some big names that are now in MotoGP. And yeah, well, it was an amazing experience. And then in 2019, I raced in the European Talent Cup and at the same time the Rebel Rookies Cup, and 2020 the same. And then in 2021, I moved up to Junior World Championship and also did my last year in the Red Bull Rookies Cup.
Yeah, and how could you describe also your growth, the progress that you made between 2019 and 2021, especially in these 3 years that you spent in Red Bull Rookies Cup?
Yeah, for sure. I learned so much because when I got in the Rebel Rookies Cup, the first races, I was a little bit lost. It was like with riding with so much faster riders, and I was really young, very small, so it was a bit difficult the first races. But then in the winter of 2019 or to 2020, we changed the training. I moved to Spain, and then everything got better. And from year to year, we started growing.
Yeah, also in 2020, like in Austria, I remember you were even in the front group, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, in that season, you were like in the front at Red Bull Ring. You finished, I think, fifth, sixth. How was it?
Yeah, some race. Yeah, was yes, exactly.
Yeah, with such low experience in road racing, not bad, I would say.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, and then also in 2021, I think we were quite strong also in the Rebel Rookies Cup, but I had some bad luck as well with the technical an engine that blew up in a race, some crashes. Then I got COVID, so I couldn't race. So I lost some races, but there also I think in Sachsenring I finished fifth, very close to the podium. So yeah, I had some really good moments also there.
And what is the best moment that you had in Rookies Cup?
I think actually the selection that I got picked for the Rebel Rookies Cup, and then the other great moment was in Mugello that I was leading one lap. This felt
Oh,
amazing because I got out of the last corner, I think in sixth or seventh position, and you know how is Mugello with the big slipstream and everything. And by turn one, I was first. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like leading for one lap, not even knowing I was leading was really crazy.
oh, it's an amazing feeling. Yeah, after again, as we said, like very very low experience in road racing. So yeah, it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
one of the highlights. Yeah, and besides Red Bull Rookies Cup, you also raced in CV in Junior GP, first European Talent Cup, and then you moved to Moto3. But what can you say also about those seasons? Yeah, in CV Junior GP.
Yeah, also there was a lot of learning. Everything was new at the beginning, and but yeah, the European Town Cup also was a very how you say equal class with the same bikes, same tires, everyone. So really all the same bikes, and was very interesting. And then in 2021, when I moved up to Junior World Championship, also it was the first time on a real road on a race bike in like the World Championship bikes. And yeah, it was good years really. I learned a lot of things in the Junior World Championship. It was because the level at the end is the highest that you can do before the World Championship. So I think it was a good thing to do this instead of other championship because the level you get prepared the best because the level is so high.
It's very high level, and also the riders who perform at best, who are the strongest in Junior GP. Then when you go to the World Championship, especially in the last years, we've seen several riders coming from Junior GP and being already fast in World
Yeah,
Championship and
exactly.
in the first races. Like we can mention Daniel Gado, or last year also Jose Antonio Rueda. So they started pretty well. For you instead. What are the highlights? What are the highlights from Junior GP, from your Junior GP experience?
I had some good races. I think one of my strongest weekend was in Misano in 2022. But then I think I started 18 or 19th, and by the end of lap one, I was the ninth in the front group because I started in the race really angry because I knew I had to do a long lap because of a penalty of the day before. So I wanted to go, as much front as possible. And then I think I was even in 8th position in the front group. But yeah, then I crashed and I broke my foot. But still, these first 4 laps were really nice.
Yeah, you made a big, great recovery to catch the front group, and then yeah, okay. Unfortunately, it ended in a crash. Yeah, but these are things that happen, and
Yeah, yeah,
experience for you that you can learn from for the following races.
for sure.
But tell me, did you expect to make it to the World Championship after a few years after a few years, yeah, in road racing? Did you expect that?
Yeah, it was incredible because like all the time this was a dream, this was really far away. But then as last year especially, it was at the beginning of the year, I already got told that maybe one race we can do in the World Championship this year, we can do a wild card, which there was the one in Austria. And then already, I started believing that it is possible maybe next year going in there. And yeah, then when I got the phone call that it's happening, I was over the moon.
They were over the moon, and then this dream came true. You were actually racing, yeah, in Austria, and then even in Indonesia. You were warned that there was a possibility to race also in Australia. Then it didn't happen, yeah. And then here we are in 2024. But now let's switch a little bit the topic from racing to yourself outside racing, because of course. Okay, motorcycle racing plays a very important role in your life, but I guess it's not the only thing. Um, uh, Tell me, how do you spend your time when there are no races?
Well, for example, now between the races, because it's very short time, I'm always in Valencia training again. But apart from training, sometimes when I, go back to Switzerland, I love to spend time with my family, with my friends, with my dog, just to like switch off between the races sometimes, which is very important. And for me, my family is very important, especially because I don't see them so much because I'm since now 2 years living in Spain and they are in Switzerland. Of course, they come sometimes here and stuff, but they also have to work. So
Okay.
most of the time I'm without my family here in Spain. So I appreciate this then even more when I see them, enjoy the time there.
So you live alone in Spain. You live
Yes. Well,
alone.
I used to live alone, and at the moment I'm living with my training mechanic, and
Okay,
because we are training almost every day together, so we decided to live together, which is the most easy thing. And yeah.
but but how was it for you at the beginning to live alone at such a young age? Because you are 18 now, right?
Yes.
You're
Yes,
18.
it was
You
strange.
were you were
Well,
still you were still underage when you
yes,
started living
yes,
alone. Wow.
yes. Yeah, yeah, it was a strange feeling at the beginning because with like 16, 17, far away from home, I didn't have a driving license, so I had to move around somehow. But yeah, no, I think this at the beginning it was hard, but then you got into it, and I think this maybe helps also for the future, that you're more mature, more you can do things by yourself. And yeah.
But how was the start at the beginning with the fact that you have to cook, you have to do the laundry, you have to wash the
Oh yeah,
dishes?
it was a complete disaster at the beginning. But then step by step I got into it, and now I really like to cook everything, and now it's easy.
You can be a good housewife. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, 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 just kidding. Just kidding, of course. Yeah, but it's good. It's good that you can live independently. You can also live far from your family with yeah, just 18 years of age, which is yeah, really early, and you started when you were 16, 17. So yeah, good job. I would say also on that side. But
Thank you.
do you focus now 100% on racing, or you also study, work outside? Yeah, when
Um,
possible.
I'm doing like a studium from Switzerland, but now of course we spoke to the school that now it's impossible during the year. So now really during the year the focus is completely on racing. Also this winter I focused completely on the training. And now when the season will be done in November, then of course I will go back to Switzerland for some weeks and do the exams that I missed. But let's be honest, the focus is on racing, yeah, because I think this opportunity you have to use it 100%, you know, because
Yeah.
if for example, if racing goes wrong, in 3 years you can still learn a job. But if you do now not focus on racing, then you are too old for racing, you know. So my focus is completely on racing.
Yeah, computer racing now, even if it seems like that you studied and learned a lot of things, like especially the languages. You were mentioning that you
Yeah.
speak like several languages.
Yes.
How many? If you can remind it.
It's five. It's well, German, Swiss German, which is basically the same. Italian, French, English, and Spanish.
Wow, oh, it's incredible. Ma come hai imparato l'italiano?
Mia mamma ha vissuto 2 anni in Italia quando era più giovane, allora lei parla italiano e vabbè, a volte mi parlava, e ho fatto 2 anni e mezzo con una squadra italiana, allora lì l'ho imparato ancora di più.
Sì, eri con MTA, mi sembra?
Sì,
MTA
sì.
di Alessandro Tonucci, che adesso è anche al mondiale. Ecco, quali sono le cose quali sono le parole che hai imparato maggiormente così? Ecco, a parte che comunque parli molto bene, sì. Però cosa ti hanno insegnato lì? Immagino le parolacce, queste cose qua.
Niente buono, niente di buono.
Tipo viva la? Non so.
Sì, sì, dai. Sì, sì, sì.
Vabbè, quelle cose lì. Vabbè dai, comunque buono, buono, buono. E anche a livello anche di mentalità così, con chi ti trovi meglio in generale, ecco, in Italia, Spagna, Svizzera, così?
Allora, io sto bene qua in Valencia per allenarmi e tutto quello, mi sento molto bene qua, ma la mia casa, dove il mio cuore va sempre a essere in Svizzera.
Certo, tanto comunque è
Sì,
casa
sì.
tua. Casa tua, però che ecco, tipo adesso invece capitolo ragazze, preferisci italiane, spagnole, svizzere?
Tutti.
Tutte, vabbè dai, non importa. Così. E poi invece, anche con lo spagnolo adesso come te la cavi?
Come della? Cavi cos'è?
Te la cavi come te la cavi? ¿Qué tal llevas, español?
No, no, lo spagnolo molto, molto bene, perché quando sono vissuto la prima volta in Spagna ho vissuto 2, 3 mesi con una famiglia che non parlava né inglese né niente d'altro, allora dovevo imparare, e poi dopo ho fatto 2 anni con la Cuna de Campeones, e anche loro non parlano molto inglese, allora ho imparato tanto l'espagnolo.
Gli spagnoli in generale non parlano molto bene l'inglese, bisogna dirlo.
Sì, 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 sì.
Anche senti le interviste che fanno i piloti a
Sì,
parco chiuso, per dire. Vabbè,
sì, sì, sì.
però poi, ecco, un'altra cosa che ti volevo chiedere, ecco, riguardo invece i tuoi gusti, al di fuori, ecco, delle corse. Tipo musica? Che musica ti piace?
Un po' di tutto, un po' di mix, però prima della gara sempre AC/DC, mi piace
Oh,
molto, un po' di rock prima della gara sempre va bene.
molto bene, molto bene. E invece, film?
Hangover,
Ah.
eh, quello mi piace molto.
Eh beh, quello comunque sì, ecco, hangover che in italiano sarebbe una notte da leoni.
Sì.
Eh sì, ma tu una notte da leoni come quella l'hai mai vissuta? Perché che sei
No,
giovane.
tan male no, tan male no.
No.
No, no, tan
Ecco,
male no.
ecco. No, che hai vissuto esperienze strane in una festa, non lo so.
Sì, 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 però mi ricordo di tutto.
Oh, bravo, 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 dirigente, così come deve essere un pilota, soprattutto a questi livelli, ecco, nei mondiali così. E poi, ecco, ci avviamo verso la conclusione, Noah. Ti volevo adesso tornando un po' di più al motociclismo. Allora, a parte Tom Luthi chiaramente che comunque è una figura molto importante per te, quali sono i tuoi piloti preferiti?
Allora, in MotoGP a me di persona di lavorare mi piace molto Marc Marquez, perché lui ha vissuto 2, 3, 4 anni molto, molto difficili, ma sempre vuol di più, sempre non mai si ferma, e così di persona tipo così mi piace molto Jack Miller perché è un po' fuori.
Un po' fuori, sì.
Sì, vabbè,
Sì.
ma lui mi piace anche.
Let's switch back to English. Yeah, also for the final part. Yeah, so you like Marc Marquez because he never gives up. Also, despite all the struggles he had in the last 3-4 years, and then you like Jack Miller because he's crazy. Like in
Yes.
Italian, we say matto come un cavallo, crazy like a horse.
Yes.
Good. And if you had to compose, let's say, to like your ideal rider, which characteristics, which features you will take, and from which riders?
So I would say the mentality of Marquez, um, the riding style of Jorge Martin, and the smoothness, you know, from riding the bike from Pecco, that is really smooth with the bike, and from the partying Jack Miller.
Oh, okay. So it's a nice mix with some of the really real big guys, yeah,
Yes.
from MotoGP, also Pecco Bagnaia you mentioned, or as they call him in Servus TV, Pecco Perfetto when he wins.
The-
Yeah, yeah. And so good to know. And in conclusion, what is your goal for the future for your whole career, Noah? Where would you like? Okay, I guess it's MotoGP, but yeah, you can just go ahead and tell all your goals that you have for your career.
So now the goal is now to focus, especially on this season, on the next season, in Moto3 that I have a 2-year contract with my team. So this year will be all about learning, getting the experience, and then next year it will be for sure to fight more in the front. And then it's for sure the dream is to go through the categories to Moto2, and then the big dream especially to MotoGP. And when arrived there, of course, the big dream is to one day be world champion. But I think now my main focus will be on the Moto3 and stay there these 2 years and improving now, especially the first season from race to race.
It's good goal that so that to make a step-by-step progression until you get to MotoGP, and then who knows, maybe one day you become world champion.
Yes, this is the big dream.
The big dream. Yeah, let's see. But a dream that you can chase right now, also thanks to some people who could support you. If you want to mention, yeah, someone you're very grateful to, yeah, for the way that you've gone already so far in motorcycle racing, and yeah,
Yeah.
people who helped you and are still helping you.
So yeah, of course, my family, my whole family, that is always supporting me, that is always behind me, in every moment, everything. But also, like you said, Tom, of course, my manager David. These are, I think, the most important people at the moment that are always behind me, and especially my family. You know, that is there always in if it goes bad, if it goes good, and yeah, you have always someone. And so I would say these.
Yeah. So yeah, the most important people, yeah, that are supporting you in chasing your dream, and becoming of getting to MotoGP and becoming world champion, a path that has started and made a crucial step in this year with you joining Moto3 World Championship for the first time as a full time, with a full time entry, and let's see then where this path will bring you, and yeah, hopefully you'll be able to achieve your goal, Noah. So
Yes.
thank you very much, grazie mille Noah, grazie mille per la tua disponibilità, è stato veramente un piacere averti come ospite.
Grazie mille, grazie.
Grazie mille a te e ti faccio l'in bocca al lupo per per le prossime gare, a cominciare da quella di Portimão, che è la prossima, e mi raccomando sempre full gas.
Grazie, sì, sempre.
Grazie, ciao Noah, ciao a tutti.
Grazie, ciao. Ciao.